Is it going live? Hey, we're live. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. It's Friday. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. It's about 6:20. This is our 249th episode, going live every day for past 200 almost. It'll be 250 days tomorrow, Saturday. We're on tomorrow, Saturday. I'm Greg Mester, your Agile coach and Scrum Master, here to talk about Agile Scrum in a tactical and practical way. And I guess you're already home with your family, so I don't talk about that. But maybe so you're not working all day long with your family, so you can spend some time with your family, even though you're home all day. And then bringing value to the customer and not working crazy hours and having a little fun as we go. And as you can see, I'm a little crazy anyhow. Got the two phones. So when I did the intro, I have two phones. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about phones and fortune cookies. Fortune Cookie Friday! I'm going to have to go to the Chinese store soon because I only got a couple more fortune cookies left. I bought the big bag and I'm going through the big bag. So what we're going to talk about. Got the phones. Sorry I'm late. I know it's later, but you know what? Oh, got to mute the phone. One of the good things is that the boy woke me I was up at 5, but Eddie decided we had to do the trash. He's like moving the trash cans, doing the trash. It was a good thing we did because just about 15 minutes ago, trash company came through. So I'm glad we did the trash first in the morning, got that done, because I'd hate to have trash here for another week because I don't think to come back. But it's amazing. Without all these people on there, the trash guys are moving through the neighborhood like crazy because there's no one on the road getting in their way. So for them, it's easy drive to the city, pick up all the trash. There's no cars, no people, no nothing. So they're getting it done early, I guess, so they can go home. Anyway, so one of the things I noticed during this time, and we talk about Scrum and Agile, we talk a little Kanban. Kanban is like work in progress stuff. I personally apply Kanban principles to Scrum and Agile and how we work, mostly from the work in progress limits that Kanban sets aside. I kind of try to get my teams to do that too, so they're not like dual hatting. And the reason why I have the two phones, we're on PI planning all day long. It worked though. I mean, we made it through, but I noticed the meetings were kind of long. And I wish they were more organized and more straightforward. There's ways of doing it through facilitation and real good agenda management. They're not there yet, but you can do it depending on what you want. I mean, you got to think of, why am I saying this? Because people can't sit around for 4 hours in a meeting, right? It's just not going to happen. 3 hours, pretty much how long it was. Actually, it wasn't that long. No, it was 3 hours. They started late. Notice a lot of people on 2 conference calls at the same time. Don't do this. It's a waste. I keep telling people in the office when I see them meeting with somebody and have a teleconference or multiple WebEx or whatever running, I says, you're not paying attention to any of them. Why don't you just admit it? Because it's so distracting. When everybody else has to listen, they call out your thing and you're like, what? I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat that again? Because you weren't paying attention. Because you had 2 phones going on. You had 2 conference calls going on at the same time. And a lot of times we can hear the 2 conference calls going on. And it's really annoying. Why does everybody else in the room have to pay attention? You're not. But from a Scrum and Agile perspective, having these 2 phones going is not constructive. It's not value add, to be honest with you. You think you're being productive, but you're not, right? I heard some people talk about, because they didn't do the communication channels like I was trying to do in some other groups. And they're complaining about, I had 2 calls going on at the same time and trying to keep up. I said, well, why are you doing 2 calls at the same time? Because it's not going to work. You're not going to be productive in either one of them. You're like 20% productive in either call, and neither one's going to get what you need. And you're not going to get what you need out of the calls. So just pick one meeting at a time and go to that. I mean, everybody complains about all the meetings. It's because you're on 2 meetings at the same time. Tell them you can't do it, right? Just go to one. put tentative on the other one. If the other one gets done earlier, I'll come to your meeting. If not, then you're not going to see me. I mean, that's just the way it works. And people don't get that. It's like, I attend all these meetings. I'm like, but you're not adding anything. You're not getting anything. It's not getting any value. It's a waste of time. It's a waste. It's Muda, right? So don't do the 2-meeting thing. Just pick 1 meeting at a time. Do the 1 meeting. Don't do 2. That's why we're talking about that today, because I just noticed that so much. And I noticed that in the office too. And it's funny how they say, well, this is so hard. It's because you shouldn't be doing more than 1 meeting at a time, and you should be concentrating. And here's the thing. It's just like waterfall. The people who go to more than 1 meeting are waterfall people by nature. Why do I say that? Because waterfall spreads the work out over time. Scrum and Agile brings the work down into a tight little time box to get it done, and you focus on it, you do it. The people that do multiple meetings, the reason why these meetings take so long, because no one's paying attention to what's going on. You all pay attention to what's going on, the meeting gets done really quick because you're focused on their contributing in and out of the meeting. That's why we keep these meetings small and brief, because you focus on it, right? So that's why we want to do that. So one of the things I just ask everybody, just try to do 1 meeting. If anything comes out of this coronavirus thing is a lesson learned, how do I handle just doing 1 meeting at a time and stay focused and get the agenda tight? And that also will help you with these teleconference presentations where everybody just talks. You don't want to talk. You want to be focused in there and then off doing what you do. Unless your whole life's meetings, and that's all you do anyhow, so you just have meetings to make yourself so important. Maybe there's something to that. All right, Fortune Cookie Friday! Yay! Fortune Cookie Friday! So what we do normally on Fortune Cookie Friday, sorry for all the crickle, probably on the microphone, we do a fortune cookie. We open a fortune cookie, we read the fortune, and see how it applies to Scrum and Agile. So there's the fortune that's in there. A sealed, accountant-controlled envelope made out of fortune cookies. That's what it is. All right. Take my glasses off, gotta read it because I'm getting old. I gotta say, I love fortune cookies. I think this is why it's not necessarily a cookie, but a cookie's nice. It's what's in the cookie. Whoever writes these things, really good writer, right? Okay. Do not give up. The beginning is always the hardest. So don't give up. The beginning is always. Do you get that? I hope so. No. Maybe. Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest. Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest. Now, this should be all those YouTubers out there and people doing the videos. I do notice a lot more people doing videos than normally do on LinkedIn and stuff. But don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest. So the same thing with, the coronavirus. Same thing with Agile transformation. The beginning of the transformation is always the hardest time. Getting over it, changing the way you think from that waterfall where you can spend all your time just screwing around. Or in Scrum and Agile, we want to make it tight and to the point and what you really need and clear out all the other stuff, right? So I love this fortune. This is awesome enough. I mean, they're just beautiful, right? Do not give up. The beginning is always hardest. And for all those people out there in social media out there, this is always true. You always think that, hey, you put stuff out, videos, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, the beginning is always the hardest. Don't give up, right? It's always the hardest. I say don't give up, right? Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest. Just put it out there. It ain't going to hurt. I mean, I think it's hard because you know what? It's all personal fear. We talked about fear yesterday. The beginning is hard because you're fearing the unknown. You haven't done this before. And it's the same thing we do Scrum and Agile. In the beginning, getting stuff out there, and it's not really what the customer wants. As you get better, it'll get closer to what the customer thinks they need to have. All right. With that, thumbs up. Enjoy your Friday. Ring the bell. Let us know. Oh, by the way, Eddie's got 250,000 views on his little video. So I can actually say the word million. He's crazy. I wish my stuff would be like that, but we talk about geeky stuff. Who's gonna watch the geeky stuff? Anyway, remember the beginnings are always the hardest. Don't give up. You all take care. Take care of your families. Have a healthy Friday. Enjoy. Take some relaxing time. I know everybody's been working a little extra time because they're home. Maybe take some time and just hang out with the family. And stay safe. We will see you Saturday and Sunday. We go through the whole weekend. This is nonstop every day because there's always something that applies to Agile and Scrum, or Agile and Scrum applies to life. There's so much stuff out there, never-ending content. And you have a great day. Take care. Bye. See ya. Happy Scrumming.